Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So slightly different setup today, as I wanted to make a video for warming up the voice in quite an efficient way, and one that you can do literally from your desk, because I understand that I've done some follow along with me warm up stuff before, but it's very actor based. So today is going to be a little bit more corporate, something you can do throughout the day, early morning calls, before a big presentation. You can swap and change a lot of the exercises, but as long as you're going through the structure of releasing, aligning, breathing, supporting, resonance, and articulation into text, then you're doing something right. So that's exactly the order that we're going to go through today. Hopefully this is useful to you, and with that, let's see how we get on. So you'll see that I have a chair here. And this is simply to help us. I'm going to be doing some exercises sat down, some exercises stood up. But to start with, we're going to think about release. So let's say that you haven't started your call yet and you can afford to release while standing. I would rather do the standing, and I would just start gently rolling the shoulders, just because when we sit down, a lot of the release tends to escape. We tend to tighten up. We tend to go to our laptop. So before you sit down, or once you've sat down, just stand up again and just do some really gentle rolling of the shoulders, the neck, the body, and just any stretches that feel good for you today. Rolling away. The more you can start to connect your breath to your stretch, the better your voice is going to be that day. So any sort of stretching that feels good. I'm also keeping my shoes purposefully on for today's video because you might be wearing shoes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrunch my toes up in my shoes. I'm going to tighten my hands, and then I'm going to release on an exhale. And again, we're going to tighten the body and release. And then we're going to tighten and release. Lovely. So once we've found that release, we're then going to do an alignment exercise, which is simply where I'm going to think about my feet being hip width apart, really relaxing the knees here. I'm going to relax my head down. And just place your hands behind your neck. Breathing in and out. And start to think about breathing into the belly for me. Expanding the belly as we breathe in. And then we're going to just roll the head to one side. Breathing into the belly, maybe thinking about breathing into the ribs and the other side. Bringing the head to the front, then thinking about the head coming up. We're then going to take a more specific stretch, and we're going to stretch the wrist on one side. And whatever way you're stretching, you're going to think about breathing into the side that's being stretched. So breathing into the ribs. You can even give a little pat here as you stretch. Taking 3 big breaths. Relaxing that down, and the other side, stretching the wrist. And again, take a big breath in, 3 big breaths. Lovely, and giving a little bit of a shake. Gorgeous stuff. So now we've found a little bit of release. We've effectively found, or hopefully you'll feel like you have a little bit more space, which is exactly where we want to go into when we think about our alignment. When we think about alignment, it's really easy to think, okay, I need to make sure I'm standing up straight. Not necessarily. You just need to feel spacious. So for this, I'm going to think about sitting down. And all I'm going to do in alignment is I'm going to make sure that I'm going through the voice warm-up, or I'm going through my following presentation, thinking about my feet being flat on the floor, and thinking about releasing the neck backwards. It's really easy to think about, like, I need to speak to someone here, so we bring our head forward, but you can hear what effect that has on my voice. So I'm going to take a breath, and I'm going to think about releasing the head back. Same thing if you're standing up, trying to think about leaning back into the spine, sitting back into the spine, and that's what we're going to go through for the rest of our exercises. From here, I'm going to place one hand on my belly, one hand on my lower back. I'm going to take a big breath in and out. And as I take the breath in, I'm going to feel my stomach expanding. So as I allow the breath in and out, I can feel that expanding. I'm then going to start releasing on long shushing sounds. So I take the breath in, and again, and again. And I'm really just feeling that inflation and deflation. Now, I'm going to remind you that we speak on that exhale. So what we're now going to do is we're going to start adding some phonation, some vibration. I'm just going to do the same thing, but do a zzz instead as I allow the breath in. And my hand's here because I want to start feeling or trying to feel some vibrations. I'm almost imagining I'm speaking into here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently pummel around the chest. And if you're feeling particularly tight that day, you might want to take your hands by your back and do the same thing. And this is just going to start helping to ground your breath and voice into the body. Now we've done a little bit of breath and support, I would practice my introduction, or I would practice, whatever I'm going to say in the start of this call. Hello, how are you today? Isn't the weather nice? Whatever that might be. And I'm going to do it on that zzz. So I'm going to go hello, how are you today? I hope the weather's nice. And then I'm just going to go into speaking it. So you're almost practicing having that just like it would be your voice, but you're zhuzhing instead. Once you found that resonance, we're now going to start going up and down the scale really gently. And to do this, we're going to start tipple-tapping with our hands. So we're not pummeling our skull, we're just gently tapping, and we're going to give a now I'm making sure every time I'm allowing this to expand before. I'm going to bring my hands around to my jaw. Just waking up the face. And again. We're really trying to keep that consistent. If you feel yourself going and coming off voice, we really want to try to get that consistent, nice strong vibrations there. Once you've done a little bit of that scale, you might then want to give a if you can. You can bring your lips together if you can't. Or a gentle with lots of air, like you're really got a balloon in your mouth. And just gently going up and down the scale. And then we want to start thinking about articulation. So I want you to imagine that at the back of the jaw there are these weights. You're going to feel the muscles around the jaw right at the back here start to open, start to get heavy. And you're going to allow your jaw to start going down. Feeling the weight of the jaw, especially if you're doing this first thing and you clench your teeth at night. It's really important to just wake up and release this jaw. Let it hang. And then you're going to allow the tongue to come out. And let's just say the days of the week with the hand here, hand on the back. Really just say for me, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Hello, my name is Molly. Welcome to today's video. Hello, my name is Molly. Welcome to today's video. I'm really feeling that heaviness so that when I go to speak it, hello, my name is Molly. Welcome to today's video. Everything starting from a really released, just like we were doing with our body right at the beginning, we have to do with our articulators. So that's what we're doing there. And then the last thing I would do, if everything's really feeling quite sluggish, is I would go to the exercise where instead we're going to put a bit of glue on the tip of the tongue and you're going to glue it behind your front top teeth. You're going to think about releasing the jaw and you're going to speak like this while really moving your lips. Hello, my name is Molly. Thank you for watching this far. Hello, my name is Molly. Thank you for watching this far. Hello, my name is Molly. Thank you for watching this far. So I'm just practicing those first few lines that I'm going to say with one of those exercises or both of those exercises. And then the last thing I would start to do, so we've gone through releasing, we've gone through alignment, we've gone through breath, support, resonance with coming up the pitch, and we've thought about articulation. If you're feeling particularly nervous, I would then just try to imagine that you're speaking from the back. When we get nervous, everything tends to tighten up, and that might be why you're watching this video today. You feel like your voice, you just can't control it, or it feels weak in some sort of way. So whether you are on a Zoom in front of you, whether you are standing up, I want you to imagine that instead of thinking about everything being in front of you, it's just behind you. So as I speak to you now, I'm just imagining that I'm filling this whole space. I'm imagining that I'm 3 times the width of myself. I'm 3 times the height of myself. And even if I'm sat down, I'm imagining there are 3 people the width of me and 3 people the height of me. And that's what I'm going to carry on through into my talk, presentation, whatever you've got going on. So hopefully that has been somewhat of a quick and useful bit of time to warm up. Thank you so much for watching this far. Do let me know if it was helpful down in the comments section. Obviously, the more you do it, you can personalize it, you can make it a little bit quicker, make it a little bit longer. But do give me a thumbs up and press subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you soon.